Douglas Bickford. It is May 28, 2021 at 6:15 a.m. here in Klamath Falls, Oregon, my hometown. I got to move back, and if you see behind me, I live in a beautiful neighborhood. I paid cash for my house. At 65, own my own house. Actually, I own two houses now. One's in Kennett, Missouri, which I bought very cheaply for 12,500 bucks. Two bedroom, one bath in a beautiful neighborhood. Kind of like accidentally stumbled onto that one. Uh, but it's all paid for now in cash. My house in Klamath Falls is paid for in cash in a beautiful neighborhood. I mean, Klamath Falls has grown. This is my first time back in 14 years. But God had it all in the plan, okay, for me to come back here. And I am serving, waiting on the Lord, they call it. And I'm listening to the still small voice inside of me because God, I believe God lives inside me. And He lives inside you too. And to wait to recognize this is a very simple concept out of the book, The Portable Therapist, written by a doctor of psychology. Her name's Susanna McMahon. And one very simple concept that nobody's teaching on YouTube or anywhere out there. They'll make it difficult to have self-love, self-esteem. And this one simple concept will not only connect you, fill that void that you have in here that we all have. I don't have it anymore because I attained self-esteem, self-love by this one simple concept. And all you got to do is look at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. Say it over and over again. Keep saying it. The more you say it, the more you feel it, the more you believe it. It's all true, folks. It'll work. And the reason I'm here is because my lowest self-esteem has got me into very bad situations, 4 marriages, 4 failed marriages, okay, because of it. Because without self-esteem, self-love, you can't have a relationship, not a healthy one anyway, with a woman or a man. You know, you can't have any healthy relationships if you don't have self-esteem. And uh, I believe the majority of the planet is running around without self-esteem. I'm talking about what, 8 billion people? And you can all attain self-esteem very easily just by the one simple concept, by looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you, and keep saying it the rest of your life. Anyway, you can get a hold of Douglas Bickford753 at gmail.com if anybody wants to get a hold of me. This is chapter 59 out of the Portable Therapist. I'm going through every chapter. Please sub me, like my videos, and share these very important videos. And get the book. It's in the link in the description of this video down there. Cheap, between 6 and 14 bucks or whatever. The Portable Therapist. It will change your life. Now here's chapter 59. I'm doing so much and nothing's working. What's wrong? This question is often asked by overachievers, obsessive compulsive types, and perfectionists. These people become obsessed with doing and cannot understand why they feel so tired and so out of control. When we feel this way, we need to ask, who and what are we doing all this for? Most likely the answer is for others, for external rewards, for the weak ego. I was married to one, my last relationship, and I've let go in love to her and her full family, because that's what we have to do to stay healthy, to be healthy minded. And I have let go in love, but that's what she did. She pushed me, and her whole point was to impress her family. That's what she was doing it for. I mean, we had 5 acres. We had 3,000 square foot barn, 1,200 square foot shop, 1,000 square foot greenhouse, 24 square foot, 4 bedroom, 2 bath house, 5 refrigerator freezers full of food, 2 bedrooms full of food. And it was never enough. And it was always go, 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 push, 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 me. Then we had all the animals to go along with it. Okay. She was doing it to impress her family. That's her whole motivation was. External rewards for the weak ego, just like it just said. Doing is the focus of the Western model. Doing is not being. There are two completely separate things. Doing is the same as being, and doing is not the same as being, and doing it faster does not lead to being. We would go from, I'm not kidding, I'd go from 6 a.m. till 9:30 at night and not stop. Because she wouldn't let me, really. And I would have had such low self-esteem. I just let her do it to me. I mean, barely could even eat. Okay, it was such rush, rush, rush. I mean, it was like that for 3.5 years. The being model is not contingent on doing. Granted, there are some things we can do to help us learn self-esteem. We can tell ourselves that we love ourselves, which is mirror concept in the mirror. We can make choices and we can reward ourselves. These are doing activities. They help us to be, but they are not the being. Remember, do not have to do anything to be okay. Accepting ourselves right here, right now, as we are, is not doing something, it is being. Becoming aware of our centers requires a stopping of activity. It is the opposite of doing something. Sometimes now, I just will, no matter what I'm doing, I'll just go lay down and just let my mind relax and just get a hold of my cats and just lay there and just be and not even think about nothing. Just look out the window and look at the trees, you know. I never did that ever before. The difference between doing and being can be one of the most difficult concepts to learn. We have been trained to do, to focus on activity, to achieve, to be productive. We have learned to value active behaviors and to devalue passive ones. We often refer to passive behaviors as lazy or slothful. Activity looks like being in control, being productive, and our worth ethic values these behaviors. Unfortunately, we cannot learn self esteem and how to be by doing behaviors. We cannot do self esteem. We must be self esteem. And again, I'll tell you again, the mirror concept, looking in the mirror saying, I love you, will let you be self esteem. The concept of paradox is helpful here. If you want something, you must let it go. Do less to get more. Slow down to develop the fastest outcome. The problem with doing is that it tends to focus on results. It quickly becomes goal orientated, which is the Western model again. Doing quickly becomes future orientated, and that takes you out of the moment and out of yourself. If you are doing too much, working too hard, and always feeling tired, stop. Just stop. Relax. Take 3 deep breaths and slow down. Refocus on yourself. Make yourself your first priority. Sleep more. Meditate. Do relaxation exercises. Sit and be. I just told you what I did. Sometimes I just do it. The world really will not collapse if you take more time for yourself. You may have to reset your priorities. You may have to settle for less money and more balance in your life. and you may have to give up some external rewards. It is your life and your choice. If you are racing through life, too tired to enjoy anything, what are you giving up? Another interesting paradox is that we can achieve more when we are calmer. We feel more in control of ourselves when we are rested, and life is more fun when we live in the moment. Being does not mean that don't do anything. It does mean that we have to retire to the nearest cave. Does not mean that we have to retire to the nearest cave or mountaintop. Being means that we choose what we do and we do it well. It means that we take care of ourselves. We take mental health time to rest and recoup our energies, and that we spend our energy on satisfying our own needs. This produces more energy that we can choose to expend on others. We do both things we want to do and the things we do not want to do. We know why we are doing them. Being means that we do not feel trapped, that life is not a rat race, and that we can always find the time to fill our own needs. Woo. Powerful, powerful stuff, folks. Get the book. It's in the link in the description of this video. And I'll have more later for you. Y'all have a great day out there. And you can get a hold of me at douglasbickford753@gmail.com.